Perth Glory in action this weekend. Saturday, in fact, away to the Brisbane Roar. The captain, Jacob Burns, won't be there, everybody. Do we want to know why?
Yeah.
He's a bad boy who was sent to the naughty corner after the weekend's performance for standing on an opponent. Good morning to you, Jacob.
Good morning, guys.
Jacob, that's rubbish. I stand on Sean all the time. I'm still here.
That's right. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we're still fighting it, and I have every hope that it'll be lifted and I'll be able to get on the plane with the boys.
So
Really?
when will you find out? Obviously, with the match being on Saturday, you've got to find out pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully we get something back today from it, but we're the club and myself are pushing very hard. Obviously, we're disgusted by it all. We can't believe, obviously, that the match review panel has somehow gone through with a fine-tooth comb and managed to pull out something of mine. It's a real shock to us all. And we've expressed, we've obviously answered everything, gave our view and opinion on everything that's gone on. In actual fact, the player in question with me, John Hutchison, wrote a lovely letter on his behalf to say that obviously there was nothing in it. And look, if they do this and they follow it through, I think that they run the risk of setting a precedent, and I dare say there'll be every round there'll be a lot of players missing, that's for sure.
So from your point of view, when you see the action on TV, which we have done over the last few days, your foot was on his leg at one stage.
Yep.
That was just by chance?
Are you contending that was unintentional?
Absolutely. I think, as a player who plays the game in the manner I do, if I'm late or if I've done something untoward, I'd be the first one to hold up my hand.
Yep.
I think social media these days is normally a quick indication if you've done anything wrong. Normally, you get messages and people are jumping on it straight away.
Yep.
I have to say I was absolutely gobsmacked and shocked when the letter came through from the FFA and the match review panel saying I'd been cited. And for the life of me, I couldn't think of anything in the game that was that went wrong. I had to watch it again, review it. And I've watched it several times, and obviously in slow-mo, things always look a little bit worse than what they are. But, the match review panel exists for anything that the referee has missed. And he's a metre from the scene. He's given a free kick. He's actually given John Hutchison a yellow card for lashing out. And somehow they've viewed that obviously my weight has been on his leg. Now, I did say to John in the game that obviously the momentum that carries you into that tackle, I hadn't realised I was on top of him. My leg is in between both John's legs, and I've nowhere to go. Now, how they've come to that conclusion is quite baffling to me.
When that happens,
but like I said, if they're going to go over things like that, then there won't be a game that
everyone's going to be in trouble.
when they do make a call and say you've done something wrong and you know you haven't, and everyone else knows you haven't, it's just them sticking to their guns. How angry does that really make you, Jacob?
I'm furious. I mean, I spoke to Damien DeBowen, the head of the FFA, yesterday, and expressed my concern with it and the consistency that needs to be there. I watched the games, I watch a lot of the other games as well, and the match review panel has missed some horrendous tackles, and all you can ask for as a player is some consistency.
Yep.
I've played the game for 18 years professionally, and I've never come across anything like this, and you can't help but feel that we're out west, we're away from it all, and we're somehow getting canned for the things that are going on the East Coast. So it's awful to say, and it's unfortunate, but unless they get these things right, and I think the big thing is the right to appeal. I think they've handed me a 2-match ban, and that's the minimum. So under their rules and terms, you can't even appeal that. So you've just got to kind of cop it. So
that's absolute rubbish.
Ridiculous.
And the thing is, with William Gallas being out with that calf injury as well, you can't have your good self who's the leader of the club.
Need you. And
certainly in a defensive position to be missing as well. And the Achilles injury last weekend, it's come in threes.
Yeah, that's right. It's there's no doubt we're a depleted squad, and we're going into play who I think are one of the strongest teams in the league without a doubt. So if obviously if they can lift it, and then I can have a fair kind of hearing, and they really need to review the process and the judicial process in what they do and the right to appeal. I think that it's almost like I should say to them, well, why didn't you give me 3 or 4 games, and then I can have the right to appeal with a new panel and get a fair kind of crack at it. As a way it stands for anyone that goes down this road, if they hand out the minimum sanction, you have to just to
Just
accept
cop
it
it.
as a club and as a player.
That's
Absolutely.
ridiculous.
Well, we're right behind you,
Oh,
Jacob.
of course we
I hope
are.
this works out in your favour and some kind of justice comes about this. We certainly
Yes.
need you out there this Saturday against the Brisbane Roar away
If I
at
was in front of that
Suncorp.
panel, I would have yelled, "I object."
Yes, big time.
Yes.
Your hair looked fabulous, though.
It did.
Which is
Amazing.
the important thing.
Didn't move.
Cheers, guys.
Good on you, Jake. Good
Hope it
luck.
works out well, buddy.
We hope you're playing
And
against
give our
Brisbane Roar.
regards to your hair.
It's 17 past 8 on Nova.